Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for us, right? So this week we've got the Judgment card. Now, if you saw the February reading, it was not easy, right? It kind of was, you know, when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is, you know, the shit's about to hit the fan. February has not been an easy month. It's been a fairly slow month in terms of feeling like you're walking or trudging uphill, right? That energy is about to come to an end now because we're about to head into March. So this is the final week of February. And with your Judgment card here, this is really asking you to get very clear on what it is that you've learned over the course of this month. What is it that you're now ready to transcend or to move beyond? And what is it that you really understand now has come up for you to look at so that you can lay it to rest finally? The Judgment card is very much a retrograde sort of card. I mean, I used to call it the Mercury retrograde card, but I would say that forget Mercury, it's just the retrograde card. It brings someone, something, anything from our past back into our present, into the moment that we're in, so that we can look at whatever the lessons were from that and transcend them. Now, the thing about the Judgment card, and I said this to, I think it was Taurus, they also had this card for this week. Whatever the Judgment card brings into your life, it's very, very rarely, if ever, very, very rarely for you to rekindle, reconnect with that thing, that person. Most of the time it comes up so that you can look at it, to really process that lesson, to really say to yourself, what did this whole experience teach me? Now that I understand that, I'll assimilate that into my forward momentum, and then I can lay it to rest, to really move beyond it. Because your Judgment card ultimately brings change. It brings fruition. It brings things to fruition. It brings things to culmination and completion. Why? Because what follows this is the World card, which is that ultimate attainment moment, right? It's that moment where you reach the pinnacle of something and you transcend or move on to the next level. So for our actions and our path ahead this week, okay, so we've just had a bunch of cards jump out. For the actions and the path ahead, we've got the Ace of Cups. Beautiful pairing, really beautiful pairing, because your Ace of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It's about new beginnings when it comes to love, when it comes to personal enlightenment, when it comes to wish fulfillment. Something from your past, something that you have wanted, waited for a long time, is now coming back into the fold. And the beauty of this is, and I'm not talking about a person here. I mean, for some of you it could be, because you've got the Ace of Cups, but remember what I said, it's not always about being rekindled. Sometimes it's just about processing that lesson. But this is something that your heart has wanted for a long time. Maybe it's a resolution to an experience that you had. Maybe it's a long-held wish or a long-held goal or dream that you've wanted in your life for a long time, and now it has a chance to become real. Now it has a chance to become tangible. For a select few of you, you could be hearing of somebody that is older, somebody that is, you know, not considered at parent age. Maybe you could be hearing that somebody that you know that is of their older years is actually pregnant this week. You know, it could definitely happen under these energies. But either which way, your actions and your path are blessed this week, and it looks like you're being really sort of go-getting over something that you've wanted for a long time. But the interesting thing is, it looks like it's already being pulled into your vicinity. It's something that's coming to you, but you're being really proactive about putting your hands on it and saying, yes, I will have that. For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Cups. These three popped out, so I know what your first three cards are, but I don't know what your last one is. For your Page of Cups, in your communications and conversations. Communications take on a bit of a dreamy feel this week. You could be, you could be saying a lot, you could be feeling a lot, but there might not necessarily be too much substance behind it. There's lots of enjoyment here, lots of fresh start, new beginning energy here. Why? Because you've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is very similar to the Ace. They're usually messages or new starts or maybe different understandings of things. So your communications this week are blessed for sure. They could definitely be easy, but they could also be dreamy. So you might not necessarily be seeing things as clear as you'd like. Now, I mean, it's funny because if you look at that little girl there, she's clinging on to that cup for dear life. And it's this cup, it's that cup of aces, that Ace of Cups there. And she's kind of using that. It's almost like using your emotions and your energy, using your power of imagination. We're just off the back of a Pisces new moon, right? And Pisces for the Aries, Pisces for Leo, especially if you're, significantly if you're an ascendant Leo. Pisces is your 8th house, right? This is about your desires, the things that you truly want, the things that you might not necessarily speak even to the, out into the world or into the daylight of the things that you want at a really deep core level. So this is really interesting. It could suggest that this week you're really in your imagination. You're really able to build and create things on the mind level. Keep hold of that because it's a skill that you'll be able to utilize at a later date. You could be getting some good news this week as well. And it might be something that you've either waited for a long time or something that ends up becoming something that becomes tangible at a later date. But this is definitely, the feeling that I get is it's something coming back into your life that you're like, yeah, you know what, I've wanted this for a long time and I feel like now I'm ready to move on it. For your money and materials, you have the High Priestess. So something hidden is being revealed when it comes to your finances. Maybe you're getting good news about money that you've applied for. Remember that new moon in the 8th house. Your 8th house is also other people's money. It's also your partner's money. So if you have if you are partnered, you could be hearing that your partner is getting, maybe get some cash injection. Maybe there's money that they're entitled to that they didn't realize they were entitled to. Maybe something about finances or the way that you earn your money is now coming to light. There might be some piece to the puzzle that you haven't quite had up until now, and it becomes evident. The thing with the High Priestess is as well, she's hidden things revealed, right? So when it comes to your money and materials, pay attention, because it could be that there's something in an obscure corner that's coming to you. It might be inheritance for some of you. That's definitely a possibility. With the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups, this is some sort of monetary blessing that you weren't aware was yours, or maybe coming into the fold, which is really, really nice. It looks like a very watery week for you guys though. For us guys. So really interesting. And for the love and relations, we've got the Four of Cups. This is all about the water. It's all about the emotions. It's all about that watery realm. So that new moon is probably going to be felt for the entire week ahead. Which is why I say to you, use the power of your imagination. Use this as a creative time to build, maybe, create some new package, create some new idea, create something that is, that could be really prosperous for you later down the line. Now, back to your love and relations. For those of you that are single, it does look like you're meeting somebody by surprise here. For some of you, this could be about a secret admirer or a secret crush. This week, it looks like it's going to be revealed, because remember, this comes off the back of the High Priestess, and she's like, well, whatever is hidden is now revealed. So it could be you divulging a crush to somebody. It could be somebody divulging a crush to you, which is really, really nice. For those of you that are partnered, this could be about some sort of news. Now, it does come off the back of the High Priestess. For some of you, it might be that your partner has something to share with you. It might be something that they're not necessarily happy about. It might be something that they've been struggling with, or something that they've been dealing with. the fact that they're telling you is a good thing. The fact that they're sharing this information and this knowledge with you is a good thing. So whatever it is that comes up, don't sort of go off the handle at first, all right? On another note, it does suggest that both you and your partner have some sort of good news coming to you on a collective level. So this could be something to do with the finances, but it could just as easily be something to do with the home. So consider that this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.